How many seconds late was I, Mr. Bishy? Bishy. Oh, I got my coffee and I was ready to go, and I took a drink and my tummy grumbled. So figured I better eat something, or you guys were gonna have to listen to it the whole time. Okay, now I'm ready. All right, I need another little stand thing. Last week when I did this, I was using the iPad, and it's a completely different view. Try to raise it up a little bit. There. No grapes. I just had a Snickers and I consumed it the normal way. Welcome in, guys. If you've never been to my shows before, my name is Josh. I have the website beforetimes.shop where I sell old stuff. And tonight I'm going to do magic lantern slides and glass negatives. I found the other box that I couldn't find for my last show of these. So hopefully there's some neat stuff in those. Um, I did look at some of them. A lot of these, most of them I have not looked at. No, I didn't know, Mr. Bishy. I didn't know that existed. Are they good? We got to go to the Amish salvage stores to get the oddball stuff usually. And we get it 6 months after everybody else has stopped eating it. I always got to try the whatever new Reese's peanut butter crap they have. All right. So $5 starts, no giveaways, no coupons. These are a pain in the butt to package. Um, but they weren't too bad. No buy it now either. So I don't have to worry about sticking odd shaped stuff in with these already fragile items. So I'm just gonna start showing stuff. Like I said, I didn't look at most of these. Oh, these big one. Where's that big one? Where'd the other big one go? There's that big one. We're gonna start with some big ones. Nobody wants them all. Can start a pile. A butterfly. So that's big. And it's a creepy doll. A little girl in a mission oak chair. And 30 seconds. We're gonna have to stare at this little kid and her doll for 30 seconds. Butterfly, I'm sitting there right beside you half the time. Five people. Holy crap. So it's me and Mr. Bishy and Mrs. Bishy and Butterfly. I saw that butterfly. So is there anyone here looking for glass negatives? Maybe Saturday's not the day to have these. Chip and Sissy were selling some good shit, and I don't think I ever saw that they had more than 10 people in their room. Did you count them, Butterfly? Well, too many trains tonight. Who's selling in the ephemera category? Hey, Jersey girl thrifter, are you looking for glass negatives? Hey, Mecua, are you looking for glass negatives? There's Dawn. Hey, Dawn, are you looking for glass negatives, Dawn? Well, there's nothing going on here because there's nobody in here. Hey, Julie, are you looking for glass negatives? Yeah, but one's me, one's my girlfriend, one's Mr. Bishy, and one's Bishy. And now Dawn and you were here. So somebody said they were looking for glass negatives, or didn't they? No, they didn't. Dawn, are you? No, I don't have any silent buyers. There's nobody here except the. I don't know if Dawn's looking for glass slides, and I'm not going to go. 92 Eagle. Are you looking for glass slides and Magic Lantern, or glass negatives and Magic Lantern slides? Depends on what they are. Okay, I'll start showing some. There was nobody here but me and Butterfly and the Bishes. So this is another big one. I Bishy, I can talk to you without showing the slides. I got some more big ones in this box. We'll look at those while nobody's here. Okay. Yes, it's a glass negative. It's probably 130 years old or something. And that's another big one. That looks like the same house. Oops, and that's running. Bishop, you didn't make a special trip to the post office today, did you? I hope you were out running around and is the house still there, Dawn? You shouldn't have done that. Although Butterfly is wonderful. And she'll be so happy when she gets that. Neat bridge. Dawn, are they done trading away your team members yet? They didn't trade Bohm yet, did they? I keep seeing the speculation about Alonzo, but I haven't seen that they've actually done anything yet. That one's a huge one. It's got some neat signage there. Can't make it up. Oops. The Boston store great anniversary sale. Union Pharmacy. I didn't bring my phone in here. You could probably Google that and find out where that's from. And that one's running. Thank you, Dawn. That label's so big it's not going to fit in my envelope. Nope, I better get my bigger envelopes. I didn't hear any complaints from the last show. These I had saying that saying that they arrived broken. These last ones were wrapped in lumber and shingle company. Well, Dawn, I don't know if that means anything, but that's from Fort Smith, Arkansas, the paper that it was wrapped in. And that's what that's what this one was wrapped in too. And that says Fifth Street School. And that one is equally as large. And that one's running. Got some more big ones. Oh look, there's the photo of the school that negative made. This one's a little bit smaller. And apparently it's a baby. Yeah, that one's running. Bishy, you're not participating in any trains this weekend? And I'll run that one. It's the same baby, only blurrier. It's quite the hairdo that baby has. Huh. Well, screw them, Bishy. You can mod for me anytime you want, Bishy. Anytime you feel like just listening to me and my cheery voice. So a little bit less blurry, baby. Whoops. All right, and then the next one is another picture of that baby, and nobody wanted the first three, so I'm gonna say nobody's gonna want the next one. So move on to a different stack. Those ones are all peeled up. So they are junk. I have no idea, Ghost. I hope, but I don't know. I haven't looked at 95% of these. I mean, I've only looked at a few of them. That's a postcard. What am I doing? There, in this one box that I have here, there were some, I believe, some train negatives. Um, that's not sport, but and that somebody took a picture of a postcard. And it says Bridge of Earn. That one's running. This is kind of messed up. See what it is. I don't know what they're building. Something with bricks. That one's running. Some guy holding a bassinet, maybe. And that one is running. Well, she won't have to listen to these though, Ghost. They can just sit in silence. Speaking of silence, why isn't my music playing? Spotify. Spotify does not like me. Is anybody from New Jersey where they're having that alien invasion? It's just a little girl sitting in the grass. And that one's running. You haven't seen any Dawn? I haven't looked into it too much. I did look up some videos to see what was so odd about them or whatever. And the, the the videos I saw on YouTube just looked like they were drones. And I don't know. I figure probably everybody that has a drone is knows that they're making a big deal about it. I don't know, Chip. There's some people that seem to be really worried about it, but so this didn't turn out real well, but it looks like it's people with their back turned their arms around each other. You're super worried. There was, I forget which one it was, which congressman was saying that there's a Iranian mothership that's hovering off the coast that is releasing all these drones. Well, I've heard that too, Sherry. I've heard speculation that are just Amazon drones delivering people's groceries. I don't know how I don't know how much Amazon is doing with the delivery with drones, but I know they were talking about it. They were testing it a while ago. Yeah, no. Must be a kid in a chair. Oh, that one's dark and blurry. And there's a better picture of the little girl in the chair. Did I miss it, Don? No, I didn't. I see it now. That's that's President Elon to you, Dawn. President-elect Elon. I don't think there's anything on that one. No, I posted to the show that I wasn't going to have a preview. Um, I'm just going to sell some stuff real quick. Just kind of hold things up and run through them. I have my family Christmas tomorrow, and it's at noon, so I can only sell for an hour or so because we don't celebrate Christmas on Christmas. Yeah, I forgot to mention that at the beginning of this show too. So there's a whole bunch of people apparently. This was a crappy little stack. Another one, nothing on. All right, let's see what we have here. See, a lot of these or found them in the original boxes. What did Ghost say? So there's a train station that says Freight Depot on the sign, and that is running. Oh, I'm sorry, Ghost. I wish the people that were watching could also talk. Then it would make it less boring for me. Oh, that one's all messed up. Some sort of church or something. And that is running. This is a Saturday night. Isn't it Saturday night the night you're supposed to do all sorts of exciting things? Oh, that's overexposed. Would have been a neat street view. I don't think anybody wants that. Oh, I'm not selling much here now anyway. I had thought about that, Mr. Bishy. Or just or Zoom or something. That one's cracked. I'm gonna run that. If somebody wants this, I'll give you this one and the other one that I just had up there. They're the same street. I said something to Pick one time about that, and I think her response was, "Oh hell no." This entire place is a rage room, some sort of church. We have one of those in the town near us, and it doesn't look like it's ever open. No, it's not a rage room. It's what is that place? It's not a rage room. Oh, what's the mystery rooms where you got to try to get escape room? Ooh, that's kind of neat. Yeah, escape room. A hotel with four people riding bicycles out front. Hey, Chip and Sissy, did you schedule your big show that you were talking about? Thank you, Slow J. I don't think we have any of those real close to us. Oh, we have an escape room where by Butterfly's house. We have a mysterious maze that's it's got like plywood walls and it's all dark and they're all painted black and you have to like try to make your way through it. That's pretty close to where I'm at. That's a pretty shabby picture, but there's a bird's eye view of something. Some town. All right. Click on Chip and Sissy and go view their auctions and and bookmark that show on the 11th. They're having a really good antique show. Um, Apparently, there's nothing loaded yet, but she was panning around during her show today, and she got some really nice stuff. Lots of antique stuff. So just a group photo. That's right. I would have missed it if my phone didn't ding. I was listening to the libtard station I listen to that has talk and news shows on during the day, and it's the weekend, and I realized it was a repeat. Uh, I forgot it was Saturday, and then my phone dinged. Yes, butterfly hung the butterfly up in the living room. Was that a group photo? That was actually identified. The envelope that last one came in, it said senior class Kinzu 1900, and Kinzu's in northwestern Pennsylvania. It's where the big dam is. And this one says class party, whatever that says. JJ Naps. It's sealed in the envelope. And that one was running. What category were you guys selling in today? Yep. I saw that butterfly. I hope it's not as cold tonight. It was 11 o'clock or 11 o'clock. It was 11 degrees when I got up this morning. I, I don't know, Bishy. I think I can anytime I desire. Ah. Well, you can't even, these ones are really dark. So we may not be looking at these ones. Might have to pull some more out. There's one. Black paper behind it, and you can see the positive image. No, that just results in seeing my reflection. Might have to shine a light on it.
Get even more savings this holiday season by becoming a Milo's Rewards member. Don't miss new member deals dropping every week, like $15 off a purchase of $50
What?
more.
50, 60s. That's sucks.
Plus, get free standard shipping with Silver Key status. Just one more way Lowe's is here.
Thank you, Slay James.
Enjoy the holidays. Join for free today. Milo's Rewards program subject to terms and conditions. Visit Lowe's.com/choose for details. Subject to change. Visit Lowe's.com/choose. Stunning design, expansive screens, a luxurious interior.
Oh, I will no doubt forget.
This beautiful thing.
Unless you remind me.
And with the electric freedom of 0 to 60 in just 3.
No idea where that's at. Some sort of dirt road.
The all-new.
I guess back then they were all dirt roads, unless they were cobblestone.
Click the banner to learn more. Is a registered trademark. AUS LLC.
Emulsion side up.
To raise prices to said yes. They asked to raise the prices violates those contracts to your contracts. They say same homes. So to recap, I can price it Mint Unlimited from $30 a month to just $15 a month. You're gonna try it.
I don't know. I can't get it to work real good on the cleaner.
It's too much.
I just use my imagination.
I don't know why you never say, you never do.
That looks like I have it upside down. No, I don't. I don't know what that is. Maybe a vineyard. I mean, you can zoom in and see. I think it's supposed to be this way, and you can't see what's in the foreground. There you go. That was running. The other day we had nothing but people standing in front of trees. Now we just have trees with no people in front of them. Some sort of river. And that's running. I'm blind. All right, can you guys see what that is? Looks like a trestle with railroad tracks on it, and it looks like there's some sort of shed or a box car caboose or something down there. I don't know. There's a lot going on there. There's people standing on the bridge. There's a creek running right through the underneath it. Um, where do you find screenshots? I don't know, Butterfly. Anybody know on an iPhone where Butterfly can find screenshots? They're under my photos on my phone. Who has that? Vintage Fairy. Um, if sometime you're not enthralled with this wonderfully entertaining show, Google Magic Lantern slide or Magic Lanterns, and you can see what they look like. But they, like in the beginning, they were like, I don't know, they had like a lamp on them that would have had like a kerosene or oil lamp. And then after electric, they started having electric light bulbs, and they were just like early projectors. And see, this is a homemade one. It says Mad River. What was that? Near Springfield, Ohio. That's where they eat the pets. Dated 1894. And this is a standard antique magic lantern size, but somebody made this at home. And you would slide this in the back of it, and there would be a light behind it like that, and then it would have a lens, and it would works like projectors, like when you were in school, but only antique. So this is another one of those William McCord slides with real nice photography on it. Mad River, whatever that is. And that is running. Oh, I don't know. Maybe 2 by 3 inches or something. Or about 3 1/4 by 4. This one is. This is this. This is pretty much the standard size, but they made a bunch of different size ones. They because there were different companies that made different projectors, and there's some that come on a strip that aren't glass. Um, that you could like push them through a little bit and have more of a story without switching the slide out every frame. Dawn said last time she posted the name of museum in Philadelphia or somewhere near Philadelphia. I think it was Philadelphia that still has shows, and there are places in the country that have still have shows where you can go and watch a show. Could I run the bridge one again? Won't the railroad bridge that I just did a little bit ago? Yeah, let me find it. But Vintage Ferry, now that, see that? This one here is the only, I don't know how long you've been here tonight, but this one is the only one that is a magic lantern slide. You see, it's a regular positive image, like the sky's light colored. The other one, the other ones, including that bridge one, are have been negatives. Like like you'd develop a picture from. So there's that one, and that's running. And somebody said if you put a piece of black paper behind it, you can see the positive image. But you can just invert the colors in Photoshop, and it'll show you. I mean, you can imagine what like those cross members on that trestle back there. They would be a light color, and all that white in between them would be a dark color because it's in the shadows. If it was a real photo. Thank you, Vintage Fairy. Yes, I can do that. And that one is running. And that one's dated 1894. Thank you, Vintage Fairy. And that's got some sort of bridge on it. Are you guys communicating in secret, or did I miss something? And there's a street view, sidewalk view, I guess. And that is running. Um, you collect antique photos. Let me look here. Um, thank you, Vintage Fairy. That I sold that photographer that you bought the slide from. I had a number of those last time, and I don't know if there's any more here or not. Um, yeah, here's one. I'll run these two, but this guy was a really good photographer. Now, these ones that have that guy's name on them, William Accord, I'm sure I found them together. But I've got probably 1,000 slides here that I've just been putting off doing anything with. But I mean, that's a really nice photo. There's a little bit of whatever over there happening with the slide itself. But that one's dated 1892. There was I did one of these shows, I think last week or the week before, and there was some really neat ones. There was a couple with a little girl in a rowboat on Lake Erie. And this is a cloudy morning, Lake Erie, 1895. And that one's running.
Listen up, can you feel this? The curtain is cold. I'll never regret it.
Thank you, Vinci. I don't know. We had some. There was one last week that was kind of neat. It was a train kind of going under a bridge, and there were some contortionist ones. Okay, this, I don't know if you guys can tell. I need a loop to figure this thing. This is a. It's railroad track that curves right there and goes across the trestle. Oops, that one's running. Yeah, that photographer, he was something else. I mean, they were. I don't know if I have any more here or not. I kind of got them mixed up, but thank you, Lucas Ferry. I think some of the ones were dated in the 1880s. Okay, now these ones, I ripped these out of a scrapbook. Actually, it wasn't a scrapbook. It was a. They were on big sheets, like it was a school project that somebody did, and I think these ones are national parks. I think this one's not labeled.
It's your favorite DJ here next.
That one's running, and they are magic lantern slides that are. They got some tape on the sides because they were taped in.
By Samsung Galaxy S24. Galaxy AI is here. Click or tap the banner to listen now.
Thank you, Vintage Fair.
How do you feel when you switch to Geico with their car insurance?
And this next one is labeled here at Gordon Park.
Someone in the elevator says, Happy Friday.
Don't know where Gordon Park is at.
Actually, Friday. Yes. Happy Friday, random stranger in the elevator. Happy Friday indeed. Yep.
That one's got some people on it.
Just like that. More with Geico. New deals on last-minute holiday finds just dropped at Lowe's. Save $600 on a Whirlpool Fire Resistance Steel side-by-side refrigerator. Plus, Milo's Rewards members save $50 on an Allen and Roth Brighton pull-down kitchen faucet.
Thank you,
Choice of
Barry.
for $79. Lowe's knows deals. Offers valid 12/12 and 12/18.
Was it- Did that Lowe's commercial say they had poinsettias available?
Subject to change.
I heard ads earlier for poinsettias, but you can only buy 16 of them. Limit 16 per customer. That one's a negative. And it's a railroad bridge. I hope there's some trains. That's old steam shovel. You should be able to get like 5 pounds of them. Probably 10 or 12 for $8. And then depending where you're at, it might reset and start over, or else just add a little bit. But once you paid 8 something, you should be free for quite a while. See if I can see what the signs say. Oh, flip it around. Some kind of candy is the one sign. I don't know. Pretty hard to make out, but there's neat advertising signs covering those windows. These ones are super thin. Nope, the thing's not gonna work. The sign says we advertise leading Rochester products. And there's different companies on the billboard. So this must be Rochester. Magic lantern slide. Let me find one here. This is a homemade one, but they look exactly like this. If they had a lot of them have the maker's name there in the edge. Just glass photo in it. This one is Sunset on Lake Erie, and it's from that photographer William Accord from Cincinnati in 1892, and that is running. Thank you, Vintage Fairy. I don't know what that is. Some sort of building. This one's kind of a neat one. Narrow dirt road with some like a wooden fence and some barbed wire fence, looks like. And that's running. Yeah, the nature ones are nice when they're nice and clear. That was a pretty nice looking one. The problem with finding nature ones that look nice is that lots of people took them. They went out in their yard, and a lot of times they took their family pictures or pictures of their pets or something, and they're not real clear. You find a lot of them that are just not real great. Looks like that kid's on a bike. And there are cars in this. Look like they're from the, I don't know, early 19 teens or something. That kid that is white is riding a bike. And that one's a bridge too. So whoever took these liked to take pictures of bridges. Thank you, Vintage Fairy. Vintage Fairy, do you know who Keith is? Are you on Instagram? This might be Old Faithful. Eh, Check out Photo Circus collection if you haven't seen that. If you like old photos. I'm guessing this is Old Faithful in winter. It says dangerous, keep out on that sign. And this is a magic lantern slide with that black tape around it. Oh, it's fancy thick. Yeah. Vintage Fairy. Dawn just posted his username there. Yeah, give him a follow. He's always posting new photos he finds. Thanks, Fairy. But it'll I don't know how many he's got posted already, but it'll take you hours to scroll down through what he has. But he's got some amazing photos on there. Oh, what's this? Some of these are in plastic. Oh, here's the train ones. Is there anybody here that wants trains? I'll run a few of them and nobody's interested. I'll go back to running other things. I don't know. I might not be able to get them out. Let's see if I can show it. These are in plastic. Electric package company. You guys standing on a train car and in a train car. So that is running. And there's a moving train over a stone bridge. It's funny on these old photos of moving trains how the engine is blurry and the rest of the cars are pretty much clear. And that one's running. Welcome in VFW. We're looking at glass negatives and magic lantern slides. That's really overexposed. So much you can't even make it out. Somebody stuck these in the plastic, and that's the way I found them. It's a stagecoach being pulled by, looks like 4 horses. And that one's running. That one's a street scene, probably around 1900. It's got like a horse and carriage in the middle there too. And that's a bird's eye view with, it's got something in the middle of it there. But it's got a single train car or a trolley or something going over a bridge. Yeah, this one's a magic lantern slide, and this one is this one actually says Grotto Geyser. I don't know where Grotto Geyser is. And that one's running. And that one's in winter too. Thank you, Vinky. That's 2 dudes, I think, sitting in the grass. Corner's broke though, you can see. That one's very dark. Can't even make it out. There's people in it, but
Hey Spotifyers, click or tap the banner to listen to R&B Christmas, a collection of R&B, soul, and gospel-flavored Christmas songs for the holidays. Brought to you by Zero Sugar. Great taste, zero sugar.
I don't know what's going on there. It looks like
It's your favorite DJ here.
like they might be building I don't know. Looks like bricks. I think they're building some sort of tower or something.
By Samsung Galaxy S.
I didn't cut myself at all yet, Mr. Bishy.
Tap the banner to listen then. How do you feel when you switch to Geico and save on your
So
car?
far, I haven't dropped one, but now that I say
Thursday
that,
morning, thinking to
I'll
yourself,
probably be smashing them all over the place.
someone in the elevator says, "Happy Friday." Check your phone quickly and discover today, actually Friday.
It is,
Happy Friday, random
but it's
stranger in the
hiding
elevator.
behind the
Happy Friday,
curtain,
indeed.
so
Yep. Which is
it's not
feels
ashamed.
just like that. Get more with Geico.
Oh, that's neat. So I'm gonna get this out of there. This looks like a train derailment. I can get it out of the plastic. I might cut myself doing that, Mr. Bish. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like a train on its side. Train car, I believe, but I'm not positive. Is that upsetting to you, Bishy? It's my special lamp. It's always here. I'd have had to get another one. And since it was already here, I just undressed it. Little horse-drawn carriage. It's like a miniature horse. That is right. Another bridge. People standing on the shore and I don't know what that thing is. It looks like a snake in the middle of the. That one's written. Yeah, it could be. Need a photo bomber. It looks deep enough. It'll be okay. Looks like a school photo, maybe. One adult and a bunch of kids. Do they die? And those are those probably those people that were holding each other around the with their hands around their backs. I think they're all women. And that one's running. Did he make it? Wonder where I put that picture of them with their backs turned. Probably can't find it. This one, the envelope says something Central Avenue Bridge. Did he break every bone in his body? That's what they always said about him growing up. Every time he jumped or wrecked his motorcycle, he broke every bone in his body. Like that's something that was possible. I guess this little box here isn't glass ones. Give my carrot for me. If anybody wants one of these, tell me. I'm just gonna look at them. Maybe I'll look at some of them. Those last two had nothing on them. Oh, that is not safe. Oh, he didn't get yelled at though. They took his picture standing on one of those. Those were tippy. Oh, look at him. Well, he lived. Check out that chair. Look at the arm on that. Imagine what the price of that chair would be if it was in some mid-century gallery in New York City. Or Art Deco store or something. They're just like taking pictures of him in his high chair. Floating baby. He's strangling his doll. Uh, and after I'm done going through these, I mean, I'm not going to get through all these negatives tonight. It'll probably be at least a couple more shows of going through these. But I'll probably end up just sticking them on in one big lot on eBay. Um, I'm on eBay under the same user ID. What's he doing to that dog? But I want to look through them all first and at least run them on here. Don't always get the highest prices on here, but it's usually the people get buy multiple things and they get to look at them. All right, back to the glassings. Yeah, I don't want. I sort of like looking at these because I end up buying them and then I don't. I don't look at them because they're such a pain in the butt to package. But that's a big one. It's like some sort of play or something. Oh yes, nothing more fun than a good 8 hour packing day. So it must have been some sort of like Christmas, Easter play. I don't, or maybe it's Crusades or something. And that is running. You chunky. Well, if it was a package for me, I hope it arrived intact. And so I like more photos of the same play or whatever that is. Bishy, have you been tabulating votes or are you waiting to open them right after the election? After it ends. I don't know what's going on there. Looks like that guy's a doctor, maybe. He got some sort of doctor's bag and I love stretch wrap. I had somebody tell me that they have severe arthritis and they don't appreciate my shrink wrap. And I always forget which person said that. So there's two people that and I know it's one of the two, but they don't get shrink wrap because one of them said they had a hard time opening it. And that is funny. Oh, really? Who's winning the best creator? Mr. Bish. It's a handsome couple on their stoop. Oh, I was hoping you'd fall for it, Bishy. There's their bridge in the background. Kind of bunged up there with gouge out of it. Oh my. So it was the campaigning going well for somebody? Is that what's happening?
Your blinds.com now for up to 45% off select style.
And that's running.
Rules and restrictions may apply. New deals on last minute holiday finds just dropped at Lowe's. Save
I can't get anybody to come into my shows when I advertise them.
Plus, Milo's Rewards members save $50 on an
I don't think I could.
pull-down
I
kitchen.
certainly don't think I could get people to go and vote for me.
Lowe's knows deals. Offers valid 12/12 through 12.
It's hard enough getting people
Loyalty program
to watch me sell stuff,
Subject
try to sell stuff. So there's two dudes, probably, I don't know, sitting on a riverbank or a shore or something. And that's running. Well, would it help if I believed in myself, Bishy? Too much negativity. I gotta start doing little craft projects to put in with my packages. Is Frank winning? I'm gonna take her out if she is. Oh, can't say that. Oh, yeah, I can because I'm saying it out loud. You just can't say that in the comments. And I wish I knew where some of these were taken. That's a guy standing in the middle of the street. Well, that's a pretty neat one. See if I can see what that is. I think that was pre stick logos on your car days. That one's running. It's like a multi-seat, like little mini bus type thing. Thanks, Bishy. Yeah, that one's running. I don't know. She sort of looks like she has Down syndrome, but we're into the photo on porch pile. That one was smashed. And that is running. Oh, there's an interesting one. And that's a Magic Lantern slide. Obviously, it's not. I guess it's a skeleton, so it could be a picture of a skeleton, but it's McAllister, and it says it's an iguanodon. So that is running. Do they still call them iguanodons? Is there a dinosaur called an iguanodon? Oops. Apparently, it was a generic term for a lot of them. They got more specific later. Named in 1825. I googled it, Bishy. Trees. And this one has a sign. This is the Bedford Reservation, Cleveland Metropolitan Park System. Do not pick the wildflowers. Do not molest the birds. Do not camp without a permit. Do not dump. Be careful with fires. A lot of stuff written on that sign. Do not molest the birds. And I'm guessing that's another fed with that geyser. And that is running. Oh, this was an interesting one. It says it is the Plaza de Toros, Havana. Magic Lantern slide by McAllister. And it's got a bullfight happening, and that bull is charging somebody on horseback. It looks like they're colliding. And that is right. And this one says Hawaii, gulls nesting, something or other. That one's tinted. Bunch of birds. Couple women on a porch. That's a fancy carriage. It's a bunged up slide, but for what kind of carriage that was a fancy one. And there's that little wagon or carriage with miniature horses. Thank you, Sir Jay. Kind of overexposed. What does that look like? Congratulations on your crown, Midmo. Anybody tell what that is? It's unfortunate that it's exposed like that. I believe it's looks like an elephant with a horse beside it. Pretty washed out though. it's it's pretty rough. It's pretty hard to tell. I had to get my magnifying glass out and oh, cool. There's a it must be a parade. Where's mine? I'm never going to be able to get you to see it clearly, probably. But this is an elephant. And that dark thing is like an advertising sign that's draped over its back. That I think is advertising glue. And that is a person on a horse. And there's, I think, two more elephants with signs on. It must be a parade. It would be a really cool photo, but overexposed or washed out somehow. This looks like there's a bunch of workers there, and it looks like it's maybe a drilling rig. And a pointer. Little shack there. It's a little building with men standing there working.
Hey Spotifyers, click or tap the banner to listen to R&B Christmas, a collection of R&B, soul, and gospel flavored Christmas songs for the holidays.
There's one in two pieces,
Great taste, zero sugar.
unfortunately. It's kind of a neat photo. It's like in the back of a train on a caboose with a bunch of people standing on it with a guy leaning on it from a bank. You get both pieces if you want it.
Galaxy AI is here. Click or tap the banner to listen now. How do you feel when you switch to Geico to save on your car insurance? It's like going to work on one Thursday morning and thinking to yourself, just one more day until Friday. But then someone in the elevator says, Happy Friday! And you check your phone quickly and discover today it's actually Friday. Yes. Happy Friday, random stranger in the elevator. Happy Friday indeed. Yep. Switch and save on the
Looks pretty rough, but the image of the building in the middle isn't bad, but I don't know what building it is. And that is, it says Cathedral Manila on the back of it, and that one's hand tinted. And that one's right. And that one's Magic Lantern Slide. Just the guy sitting alongside the road. Yeah. It's running. If you don't want to bid, it's okay. Just but easier just to run it. Blurry Woman. Oh, and I don't think said nature. The last couple have been buildings that I've had a Magic Lantern Slides. Oh, this is a statue. Deacon Samuel Chapin. And it says Springfield. So some of these must be from Rochester area, and some of them must be from Springfield. Looks like three ladies on a park bench, maybe. That was really dark. There's one of those Sunset on Lake Erie from McCord, dated 1892. Let's try that. Thank you, Vincent Fair. There's another one. And that one's dated 1892 as well. All right, now this one is missing all the paper. Um, but pretty nice photo of waves on what looks like used to be a dock. Got some pretty big waves in that one. At least what I've seen. I guess I've never been on the lake when it was stormy. Whoa, it was falling apart. It's perturbed. I guess scientific when the electric art. All right, this one, I think it says near moonlight. That's one of those from William McCord. I think it says on the Miami. A little bit bunged up, unfortunately, because that would have been a real nice picture. It's got whatever that's happening over there. That one's running. Unless I have somewhere else. This is probably the last one from that photographer. Oh, it had to be the last one I dropped. But it obviously is falling apart. The tape is off of it. And this says when the north wind blows, Lake Erie, and that's from 1892. Separated. But I might, whoa, it almost did it again. I might find more, but that was the stack that I found these in. And the rest of the stack was the like technical drawings and stuff that nobody seemed to want last week. Well, if you like that one, I'll throw it in with your last one. I'll gently throw it in with your last one. Pick, are you on vacation? Did Cox's end it for the year already? Oh, that's cool. It's an old steam tractor. When do they start back up? And that's pretty cool there. That's an old steam tractor on a bridge. But I don't know, some sort of very early, I don't know if those are wagons or what they are. And that one's running. I've only ever been up there once, and that was that the paper show that he or the paper auction he had. Suppose I should look and or try to find out when he's having another one. And that one's running. Ran a horse. Don't know what's going on here. It's like a bird's eye view of a town. It's very hard to make out. That one has Corey PA scratched into it, but it's so blurry you can't make it out. Oh wait, it's scratched something else in there. Walt or something. Darn. Darn, they're blurry. I don't know. I stuck it in your pile anyway. And there's some sort of railroad photo. So this might be from Corey PA too. They made trains there. It's like a train. That's probably the crane. It's probably looks like they're lifting a boxcar. It was probably that boxcar that was wrecked.
Elevator says Happy Friday, and you check your phone quickly and discover
That's running.
actually Friday. Yes, Happy Friday, random stranger in the elevator. Happy Friday indeed. Yep, switching and saving with Geico feels just like that. Get more with Geico. The holidays are just around the corner, so now's the time to shop new deals at Lowe's. Make your home even merrier with up to 50% off select holiday decor.
All right, I'm gonna do a couple more here, and then probably raid out and go eat some supper. Butterflies probably famished from sorting out her ornaments. So this is an old street scene. Guys on the horses are dressed oddly. Bree is on. We can raid into her. I feel bad that she's only able to get like 100 people in a room. And that looks like another. That one's kind of blurry too. Look at a neat photo though. There's looks like a parade, and then there's a bike leaning up against the telegraph pole there. 146. Well, we could make it 155. Where do you guys want to go? You gotta raid into Bree and see what she's selling. If anybody else has any suggestions, that one's bunged up too. Oh man. Pick, how cold was it this morning at your place? We just raided Penguin Boss the other night though. She'll think I'm stalking her. It was 11 here when I got up. And this is a little bunged up, but this is, it's like the inside of a factory of some sort. Oh, is it still going, Bishy? Is that is that something you have to check? I fell asleep last night. Was it still going when I fell asleep? Okay, well, Butterfly didn't want to download it herself because she was scared about about accidentally having to pay for something. So this is multiple people on horses. Sundowning, you always come into my shows in the evening. And there's a trolley car with a bunch of railroad people on top of it. Message her and convince her that it's as safe as anything else she does on her phone. All right, where are we going? Fishy. Pizza time. Antique unique. Alrighty. I will be back. I will be doing a short show tomorrow morning at 10, selling antique stuff. I'm probably just gonna do show and sell. I'm just gonna grab stuff. I did put some more stuff out on the shelves this week, but I'll probably just be grabbing some stuff and running. I think I'm gonna do $3 starts and just grab the stuff and sell it quick. Thanks for coming, Pick. Um, antique type stuff. Uh, I could walk over there now and do a quick one. Here, you can look at this box so you don't get dizzy. You're still gonna get dizzy. But this is where I normally do my shows on Sunday and have people pick stuff off the shelves uh, that I run. But my family Christmas is tomorrow, so I can't have a very long show. So I'm just gonna pull some stuff off, and I think I'm gonna do $3 starts and just if it doesn't sell, then take it off the shelf. If it sells, stick it in the envelopes and um, mail them out on Monday. But we're having lunch at my family's and my parents tomorrow, so I can't have a very long show at all. So that's the type of stuff that I have on Sundays, and I have that every Sunday at 10 in the morning. And there won't be any pre-listed stuff tomorrow either because I knew I was having the family Christmas thing, and because I didn't get to it. But I could take it to I could take the phone to my parents. I could probably stream from there now that I have AT&T. They have pretty good service, I think. My nieces are always playing on their phones anyway, streaming stuff. Sell their stuff. Yeah, you might like some of their stuff. All right. Thanks for coming, guys. I'll see some of you in the morning, hopefully. I'm gonna raid out to Antique Unique. I don't think I've ever seen them. If I did, I'd forgotten about it. Have a good night, guys. Thank you. And I will get on the phone and do that when they go upstairs.